Hey everybody, happy Labor Day for all the people in the US, and thanks for stopping in and checking out my channel today. I'm sharing a mini album that I've made over the last few weeks. I used a paper stack called Pink Passport. You can find it at Hobby Lobby. The paper's a little bit on the thin side, but it is a really fun collection to work with. It measures 8 inches across and 6 3/4 inches down. On the front cover, all the papers from a paper collection, and then I just found this really pretty blue basil paper that I used inside with some black and white cardstock. I did put some metal edges on the corners of the covers just because the paper was a little thin wrapping it around. This is a Cricut die cut that I cut out like maybe 6 or 7 times and stacked them on top of each other to give it a little dimension. It came out really nice. There's some glossy accents on this lovely girl's glasses. This is a Heidi Swapp die cut, and I just used some paper flowers and a couple resin flowers to mix in. This is actually a punch. I just love making those leaves on projects, and I stuck a pretty stick pin in there with pearls. And on the edge here I have a lace and then some suede blue ribbon with a strand of pearls to make it all pretty. The spine looks like this. It's 2.5 inches across, and I use We Are Memory Keeper denim paper that I just love using on mini albums. Here's the back side, and here's what it looks like this. I used 4 pocket pages made out of that pretty blue paper from Basil. And when you open it up, I used this pretty teal ribbon throughout the book. I also used this Stampin' Up! Edge punch here, so there's a place for a photo here, and then you open this up and then it's just attached here on the side for more photos. And this has a little tuck spot so a photo can go underneath. On the front of the first pocket page I made a pocket, and I have 2 places for photos that can go on the front and the back. This is a die cut that I made some bows for my album, and I stuck a little pearl in the middle. So I have a pretty pocket here. This is my favorite paper in the stack. So fun to use. So this flips up and it's magnetized. And then, try to zoom out a little bit. Whoops, other way. So these flip one to the right. Try to get this in. And then this goes over to the left, and I use this big sheet of 12 by 12 paper that I just cut in half to showcase that pretty girl. So there's places for photos here, and then on the sides are for journaling. And so I said that was magnetized. And then there is 4 pocket pages, so I made places for photos. I used this really thick blue cardstock here. I layered some white and the pattern paper and used a Stampin' Up! Tap punch here. And all 4 of these are the same, so this is the only one I'll show. And on the back side of the first page, I made like a gatefold, and this is magnetized. This is a cutout from the collection, and I used a corner punch here. Another die cut from that Cricut cartridge, so this is magnetized, and it just opens like this. And there's places for photos here, here, and here, and this is opened up here for a photo to tuck underneath. And on the second page, I just made like a sliding pocket with more places for photos on the front and the back. This album will hold 48 pictures if you use the front and the backs of the inserts. And this is a mirror image centerfold. So one opens this way. I have the blue cardstock. This is a pretty pink polka dotted vellum that I thought would look pretty there. And then there's a place for a photo here. This is an edge punch I used, and then I cut out little black circles from a circle punch and placed them in the middle. I thought it went pretty. And this is the same over here. And on the back side of this, it's magnetized. This pretty girl cut out with a scallop frame. So this went up, a place for a photo. Get that in. And another place for a photo down here. And I have another slide pocket. And these are cutouts from the collection. Not cutouts. I just took a oval and I cut them to fit inside this punched frame. More places for photos. And over here, another sliding pocket with a ribbon on it. I used that bow. I also made some paper clips, cutting ovals out of part of the collection. These girls are just too pretty in this collection. And on the back side, I just showcased my favorite paper here. I didn't cover it with a banner or anything. I think it's just too pretty to cover. And then on the back side, I have the same as the front side. So there's a place for a photo here on this diamond paper and inside here. And then all on here. So that's my album I made with a pink passport collection. Can't wait to see your projects. Thanks for stopping by.